The year is 2025. The American president strolls through the Pentagon. American defense contractor share prices are down. It's time for another war in the Middle East. The president is looking for the war room, but accidentally enters the war gaming room. Two interns are hotly debating plans for invading Canada. They stop and stare at the president, who studies the room silently. "When can this be ready?" the president asks. "We're just wargaming, sir," an intern replies. "It's not real." The president rolls his eyes. "Everyone knows it's going to happen sooner or later. I want to be the one to take credit. Do it." 1 week later, American troops perform training exercises on the border. The perfect ruse. At the White House, the president nods and generals give the order. Operation Cooked Moose begins. Drawing inspiration from 1939 Germany, but only the blitzkrieg part, we swear, the USA launches a multi-pronged attack. Fighter jets armed to the teeth rocket toward the Canada-US border. Their payload? Yes. Below, a group of unassuming Canada geese look skyward. They knew this day would come, and they're ready. News passes ahead of the jets as the geese relay information by flying in special formations. With the attack vectors triangulated, the interception force don their helmets and take to the sky. Safety first. "Mayday, mayday, damage received, direct hit." All at once, the aircraft shake and clunk, as if flying through a cloud of invisible bowling balls. Warnings chirping and instruments lighting up like a Christmas tree. The state-of-the-art 5th-gen billion-dollar aircrafts sustain heavy damage and are forced to retreat. One pilot ejects, but is otherwise unharmed. The geese land safely back on the ground, the interception force removing their helmets. Honk. On the ground, tanks rumble toward the border, part 2 of the multi-pronged attack. The earth vibrates as the behemoths plow forward full throttle. Unfortunately, their throttle position is not reflected in their speed. 60, 50, 40. Tank drivers scratch their heads as their speedometers flatline. Tanks are perhaps the most iconic military invention of the previous century. That is, if you exclude nukes, which everyone does because they're a lame answer. At home in a field, desert, or capital city during a military coup, they're the metal box with a big gun, designed and tested for seemingly every terrain. Rocks, sand, dirt, mud. But not maple syrup. A grave mistake. The assaulting tanks stop entirely, tracks gummed up with more maple syrup than a Denny's after church on Sunday. If Denny's served actual maple syrup, not high fructose corn diabetes. It's seemingly come from nowhere and everywhere at once, turning the would-be battlefield into a thick, sticky mess. They cycle their optics. Night vision. Thermal vision. Vision. They're alone. Nearby, maple trees exhale. The harvest will be smaller this year, but Canada will be okay. They have a strategic maple syrup reserve. Above ground, the maples show no obvious changes. But below ground, their roots extend literally everywhere, including under the tanks. If you want to be annoying, yeah, they technically released sap, not maple syrup. Turning sap into syrup is a multi-step process, but maple syrup sounds better for the narrative. You must be great fun at parties. Deep underwater in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, submarines approach Canadian waters. Above them, 2 entire battle fleets. Carriers, cruisers, destroyers, photogenic marines on jet skis, the whole shebang. They're used to flattening Somali pirates on fishing boats, the perfect preparation for Canada's Navy. Imagine not even owning a single carrier. Conk. Something strikes the hull of the lead vessel.
Tonk, tonk, tonk.
The entire battle fleet is getting pelted like the jets, but with that hollow underwater sound. A fin crests the surface. Orcas everywhere. Sensors report minor damage, but nothing their reinforced hulls can't handle.
Tonk, tonk, ka-tonk.
One cruiser reports a punctured hull, then a destroyer, and a carrier. Horns pierce the waves, then dip back into the icy depths. The killer whales were just a warning. Narwhals have entered the fray, the unicorns of the sea. Nearly every vessel is taking on water. They shut hatches to isolate the flooding, but they can't keep up.
Ka-tonk.
The Admiral orders a full retreat. The whales, killer and narwhal, high five, then slink away. Back on land, troops, totally on a training exercise, receive the attack orders. They pick up their guns and look across the border. What they see unsettles them. America wishes for a return to the good old days. In the good old days, people rode horses. Canada's National Police Force? The Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Across the border, a group of stoic Mounties stares back. Nothing resembling a real defense. Heck, they're playing volleyball in their dress red uniforms. No one is that calm unless they know something. A secret. Thankfully, America is home to the greatest intelligence network on Earth. No, not the CIA, the FBI, or Homeland Security. Hey Google, a soldier asks his phone. What does Canada have more of than America? They're still on 4G because 5G kills, so it takes a second. Come on. Finally, Google's AI voice pipes up. More bald eagles live in Canada than America. No. It's one thing for Canada to have more geese, moose, or narwhals, but bald eagles? That's America's bird. Isn't it? No, it isn't. It's Canadian. With America having the equivalent of custody on weekends. The soldiers do an admittedly cool 180 heel turn and march back. They were just on a training exercise, after all. The war ends without a single bomb dropped or bullet fired. Back at the White House, the president is angry. Why isn't Canada in his trophy case? A quick-thinking general chimes in. Sir, our military is in disarray. It's going to take a huge amount of spending to set it right again. The president pauses, then smiles. America purchases more weapons, defense contractor share prices go up, and everyone is happy. The invasion was a success after all. Why not just use nukes? And admit to needing nukes to defeat Canada? Pfft, that'll never happen. Surely. If you think this video is too biased against America, I have a video for you. If you think this video isn't biased enough against America, there's a video for you too.